the truth? Here's Dave Ross.
The truth of the matter is, America, we could be embarking on the biggest mixed martial arts fight of all time. Dare I say the biggest combat sports fight of all time. Bigger than, say, the fight of the century, Ali and Frazier. Bigger than the Rumble in the Jungle when Ali fought George Foreman. Bigger than the Thriller of Manila, the trilogy fight for Ali and Frazier. Bigger than the biggest crossover sport fight ever in Conor McGregor and Floyd Money Mayweather. No, not Francis Ngannou against John Jones for the baddest man on the planet and cross promotions there. I'm talking about the titans of technology. Elon Musk against Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, this is potentially a real thing. And before you go, wait a minute, this is a joke. I'm not going to watch this. If they fight, you will watch. You will. And you'll bet it because there will be numbers on it. So before we break down the tail of the tape, how did we even get to this spot that we're in, even discussing this today? Well, we heard a rumor last week that Mark Zuckerberg, of course, he runs Meta. He runs your life because he runs Facebook. Meta apparently is going to be doing something that Elon Musk does at Twitter, like a Twitter Lite, but on Meta. And that kind of irked Elon, so he tweeted out something disparaging, saying that's all we need, Mark Zuckerberg controlling a little bit more. And then somebody said, hey, Elon, don't say anything about Mark. He knows Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then the gauntlet came. Elon laid it down. I'm up for a cage match. If he is, lol. Well, wait a minute. Zuck saw this and, like the stealth that he is, waited and waited for the one response, and just one, to Elon that he put on his own social media platform. Send me location. He didn't even type it. He just screenshotted it. So then Elon said, all right, how about this? Vegas in a cage. Let's get it going in the octagon. And then Elon also led a little bit to what his move would be. Calls it the walrus, where he just gets Mark Zuckerberg down and then lies on top of him and does nothing. Now it's all fun, but Mark Zuckerberg actually trains in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Trains, okay? We know that Elon dabbles in it, dabbles in Taekwondo and karate as well. But there's videos out there of Zuck actually doing this and taking it rather seriously. Now, before we take it too seriously, we had to go to our guy Johnny Avello here at DraftKings and say, what would the numbers look like? I mean, if this fight's really going to happen and we could really bet on it, what do we think we might look at? Well, this is what Johnny gave us. Hypothetically, if this fight happens, there it is. Zuck, a minus $1.60 fave. You can get plus $1.40 coming back on Elon. Now, look, obviously, Mark's got some built-in advantages. He's 39. Elon's getting up there, 51. I don't think Elon would be wearing the tux if you're watching us on VSiN.com in the fight. Zuck could wear a T-shirt. Now, Zuck's small, though. Little guy like me. I'm actually bigger. He's 5'7". Elon's 6'1". Look at the weight. 6'1", 187. Elon's in shape. Zuck, 5'7", $154. About my weight. Now, when it comes to money, Elon's packing a bigger punch. When it comes to users on Facebook/Meta, Mark Zuckerberg is going to win that tail of the tape. Now, look, I'd be remiss as the host of First Strike here every week on VSiN if we didn't break down pathways to victory for these two men. Now, Elon kind of led to it there with his tweet about the walrus. That's be the strategy he would employ. What about Mark? This is simple. If you're 5'7" against a 6'1" guy, you got to get inside. You got to take this fight down to the ground. You got to submit Elon Musk. And now that he practices in BJJ, I think he believes he could actually do it. These guys are kind of kidding, but Zuck doesn't seem like he's playing. Dana White says here for the UFC, you want to do it? Bring it to Vegas. Let's do this thing. In all seriousness, this would be the biggest pay-per-view buy that we've seen. And I think Conor and Floyd showed us the way. It's why people love the circus. They want to see freak shows. They want to see things they never thought they would see. So if they do battle, I do think that Zuck should be the favorite, but never discount old man strength. And 51, if he gets mad and these people are really not robots and they're actual humans with real feelings, then I think Elon might just lay out that right hand and knock Zuck out. So I'd look for props. Musk inside the distance. And for the love of God, if we're going to do this, Dana White, make it a 3-round match. Don't make it 5. Nobody wants to watch this for 25 minutes, but we'll watch for potentially 15. So to me, I think you got to look by Zuck, by submission, Elon by KO, Mike Somich. That's the way I break it down. How would you break down maybe the biggest fight we've ever seen between two people that control our daily lives?
First off, everyone would watch this.
Everybody would.
Every single TV would be tuned in on these two fighting because everyone wants to see them, each of them punched. So this would be one of those where everyone would absolutely love to watch it. Secondly, I feel like we've got a little bit of the inverse effect from sports. You know how when you go to the NBA, when you put your height on the lineup chart, everyone is 6'2", but they say they're 6'3". Elon Musk not 187. There's a reason he's in a tux and not a T-shirt there. He's pushing 2 bills, and it may be a little bit more as well. So let's pump the brakes on 187 there for Elon. This would be a lot of fun because Zuck is taking this seriously. He wants to do this. I think Elon. I want to know where he learned the walrus because I don't think he's been in a fight before. So I kind of question whether or not that's actually a move that he does. He may be the one who wants to back out of this. However, if you're either of these guys, let's say you're Musk, it's pay-per-view, fine. It's Vegas, fine. You can only stream it on Twitter, right? There are ways to make this really valuable from a business perspective.
But Mark's not going to go for that, right? He's not going to let Elon control the venue where we get to see it, right? Because that's
Then you have Zuck say, I get 50% of Twitter if I knock you out. There are so many fun ways.
We put some of the shares on the line here. Oh, my God.
There are so many fun things you could do with this.
As if these guys don't control our lives enough already with their social media apps that they have. But that is fascinating that Mark says it's like a loser leaves town match, right? Hey, if you lose, I get your company. I mean, that would be the ultimate right there. I think you're right, though. Elon seems to be kind of poking the bear, trying to have some fun. And Zuck's like, dude, shut up or show up. Like one of the two. Either you show up or you shut up. But it sounds like Zuck really wants to fight, and Elon might just be having some fun with this, which, again, I want to back Elon so he lets me back on his site because he's banned me for putting golf videos on there. But I think Zuck really takes himself seriously as a fighter now. And, again, if you're a billionaire, I get it. And I think you made a great point off the top of the show. When he's doing and rolling with guys on the mat, they don't want to hurt Mark Zuckerberg. Like, yes, boss, you're doing it great. That's the proper technique. Like, do we actually take these guys? Could you imagine 4-ounce gloves and these guys potentially no shirts and shorts on? I mean, and no shoes and socks? That would be a sight to behold that I don't know I'd ever want to see again.
The timeline of this would be interesting, too, because Zuckerberg is just fanatical when he gets locked into something.
Yes.
If this is going to actually happen, if he gets 6 to 9 months to train for it, he will train for 6 to 9 months. It seems like Elon Musk is a little bit of a procrastinator in that sense. And he'll be like, I'll train for it in 3 months. I'll train for it in 3 months. And then all of a sudden the fight will be 3 months away. I think Zuck just takes this more seriously. I think that's why you got to lay it with Zuck here at the -160. I think he's the one who wants to beat up Elon Musk more than Elon Musk wants to beat up Mark Zuckerberg. And I think Musk was poking the bear to have some fun. And Zuckerberg's like, I bite. Let's go. Let's see what happens here. Let's get in that ring. The boxing versus MMA would also be interesting as well. We've seen both of those thrown out, and most books that have tried to book this already say either or. I think Musk has an advantage boxing. If I'm Musk, I'm trying to make this a boxing match. You got the reach, you got the weight, you got the height. If I'm Zuckerberg, I agree with you. I'm trying to get him on that MMA mat. So I was surprised that Musk was the one who said octagon versus the boxing ring.
He threw out octagon. And again, to the point of like people, this a novelty fight. Conor McGregor, that there was some action in town, big action in Vegas that day when he fought Floyd Money Mayweather. So there would be money to make. And the rules would, before you lay down either $1.60 on Zuck or plus $1.40 on Musk, we would have to figure out what the rules are. Because again, if this is straight MMA, it normally doesn't end well for the boxer. You can go back to James Toney when he fought Randy Couture. So it just normally is going to lead itself to the mixed martial artist if we're counting Zuck as an MMA practitioner. That's what he wants us to believe now, that he is actually a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy, even though Elon Musk says he dabbles in it too.
Yeah, you're also counting Musk as a boxer, which I don't think we can count either. And it'd be interesting the first round, like before either of them actually land a punch, do they go all out? But as soon as someone lands one, it's on.
If this thing is 5 rounds in a championship, maybe they should just get the BMF title. The BMF title, I can't say what it stands for. Dana White's got one out there. Make the winner of this the BMF. That would be hysterical.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.